Now, your best people are burning out lightly. Some of them are already looking for the door. And here is actually what it's costing you today, what we're talking about on the breathing room, and the leadership decisions that are going to stop that happening. Because when your team burns out, you don't just lose productivity, you lose people and everything, the knowledge that they take with you. So this week on the breathing room, we're talking about the burnout and the turnover cycle and what it actually costs your organization. And we're going to give you those moves that's going to break that cycle. Now, my name is Laura Chattington. I partner with organizations to embed AI into their work stream so that you can save time, add more value, and fully leverage AI to scale what you do. And I'm here with Tara Lee, who has over 20 years experience across health and social care and the third sector, and has a background in commissioning of over £500 million and a focus on driving transformation programs that really deliver tangible outcomes, which is what I love about you, Tara Lee. How are you doing?
Well, it's quite warm, isn't it, in the UK at the moment? So I hope we're all coping okay.
Well, we haven't, I keep saying we haven't got aircon. I talk to people around the world. We haven't got any aircon. It is hot today. And so we are smiling, and budgets. And as I kind of look across the industries that we're talking about, budgets are like being squeezed. I say staying down, but they're like being squeezed and reduced.
Being squeezed.
Contracts are demanding more output. Everything's like super squeeze, and the answer isn't give your staff more stuff, because they're kind of at breaking point already, and it affects health and well-being, and people are getting burnt out, and just I don't even have the words to describe, but it really is
the reality, isn't it? It's the reality. Yeah, absolutely. So it's the reality of the conversations that we're having with organizations at the moment, and it is exactly that. It is the do more with the same, do more with less. You know, we've got staff that are already managing multiple portfolios across a range of, and even if they're not, it might be additional tasks or responsibilities even within that same portfolio. You know, we are in a position where if we don't consider alternatives, it could be the potential perfect storm. And as we've rightly said, Laura, you know, the impact in terms of the loss that we experience isn't only about the potential burnout of our staff, which obviously is a key consideration in terms of wanting to safeguard our staff's health and well-being. We want to make sure that we deliver the best that we possibly can. But the risk that then we might lose those really valuable and good people in our organization, because that they literally, and rightly so, are not robots. And there is only so much that we can continue to pile on to our really good and experienced staff. Now, when they leave an organization, they walk away with not only that valuable knowledge and skill set, but also all of that organizational history that, you know, it does make our day-to-day work more productive in terms of retaining that knowledge and expertise within our organization. So we do need to think and have that really strong leadership conversation about what are the legitimate opportunities that we can deliver what we're being asked to deliver in the you know, the latest constrained environment in terms of budgets and pressures and demand, but also then how we do that in a way that safeguards and protects our staff and their well-being, ensuring that we do retain that really valuable resource, which is our staff group.
Yeah, and it is our staff, it is people, but it's the knowledge that sits in their heads and their experience, and it's so difficult to replace. And I know you come from a people and culture perspective, but just from a strategic perspective, it is knowledge that costs a lot. You lose the knowledge, right? It costs a lot to replace people. Nobody in the team wants to go through the hassle. I always think that's always the biggest hassle. No one wants to actually go through the process, and it takes time. And I think I keep saying it's like compounding challenges, isn't it? It's compounding challenges, and doing a little bit more isn't the, or getting a little bit more from people just isn't the answer anymore. And you know, without getting into politics, it just feels like everything is being squeezed. So we need a different way. Now, $1 million question is, what is the different way? And I'm sure anyone watching this is going to be like, yeah, we know exactly what you're going to say, Laura. So I'm going to let you say it thoroughly. But what is the shift? What is the transformation? How do you actually solve this problem?
So there are really tangible and valuable opportunities in looking at how you can embed AI into your daily and weekly organizational rhythm. Now, I know people talk, that we have these conversations quite a lot, and people are slightly disbelieving of the potential sometimes, but the potential is absolutely real. So look back over some of our breathing room series, look at the conversations that we've had with real life organizations where we've done just that, worked with them to explore and define what those opportunities might be. And again, this doesn't have to be super complicated, super risky stuff. It is the stuff that drains our time on a day-to-day basis. It can be things like meeting workflows and cycles. It can be things like report writing. Exactly that, because we know that they are a required beast in the land that we work in, but we can also work in a way that makes our day easier, work smarter, not harder, and ensure that we are as efficient and productive as we can be.
And I think just to, it isn't one size fits all. It's really about looking at, I mean, the actual practices. And I always go into organizations and I'm like, yeah, I could definitely get 2 days back of your week. And everyone's like, yeah, right. It's just another AI person telling me that. And actually, it's just added noise. We don't know what we do. There's so many. I mean, I'm confused, and I'm in that industry, right? There's so much. The speed of change is so fast. And so I keep coming back to the fact that it's not about the AI tools. It's not about the AI training. It's about looking at your week, your month, your requirements, and going, where do I spend so much time that AI can do 80% of that for me? And you gave some good examples. Meetings is like in this industry, and in the social enterprise public health sector industry, if that's the right term, is everyone's in meetings. That's what I don't come from that industry, and that's what I've discovered. I'm like, everyone is in meetings and meetings and meetings and meetings and meetings. And actually, it's the same in the private sector too. So if we could take out 20%, 30%, 40%, 50% of those meetings, will make them super efficient. That's where you've got a really good lever, right? And there are people reasons why people are in all those meetings, not efficiency reasons. So when you can solve the people challenges, that the reasons why they're in all those meetings, having all those meetings that are really hugely inefficient, with plugging in the AI, then you get the outcome. And so it's not the AI, it's the workflow, and it's the people, and it's the output. How do you get the output easier, faster, with less time and effort?
So and it's making that decision, isn't it, Laura, to lead from the front on some of this stuff.
Yes.
So linking that people, dynamic in there. If our leaders aren't taking some of these decisions now and aren't making that choice to lead from the front and demonstrate how they might be taking some of this work forward in terms of potential opportunity, but also signaling the permission to others to do that in a really safe way with the appropriate guardrails wrapped around. We do need our leaders to be making that first step change in order to bring the rest of the organization on the journey.
It's permission, isn't it? Yeah. It's like, it's not cheating. It's permission to do this from a strategic perspective. We're going to plug this in. We're going to do this. Because actually, from an organization perspective, as budgets are squeezed, as people have to, people just can't do more work. Everyone's at capacity 5 years ago, right? They're already at capacity 5 years ago. So if you map and work out where time is being spent and enable people to plug in AI, to help them do things easier, faster. And it's okay that you show up and your board report has all the intelligence of your job and of your organization, but actually AI wrote 80% of it, and you as an intelligent person read through it and commented and made changes, and that's okay. We're cool with that in the organization. But that gives you a day back in your week. Then happy days, right? We want to give you that time back. So
let's give people some breathing room.
Giving people some breathing room. So the answer really isn't losing staff, making staff do more staff, trying to unrealistic expectations as well. I think we kind of pulls us down, doesn't it? But it's actually looking at people and how they work, and looking at ways that AI just enables the people to do their jobs way more efficiently, like massively more efficiently, 2x, 5x, 10x, 50x, 100x, whatever it is, right? And that will give you the capacity back that you need to deliver on the contracts that you need to deliver on, serve the clients, the patients, the people, whoever it is, and deliver it in a way that your staff aren't just exhausted that they can't, show up to work. So that really is the answer, isn't it? I can't think of another one, because I have thought about this quite a bit. Is there another answer? But I just don't think there is, right? And there's all reasons for AI, but this is really the point with all that AI waffle around, is actually this is why to do it, right?
And we can show you how. We if you're not sure how to take that first step, just reach out. We can show you how. We'll work you through it.
Yeah, and we'll see you with a bit more breathing room and a bit less heat maybe